Hello, creatures. I do not want to talk about how many times I've had to record this. So let's not talk about it. But what we will be talking about is, as you may have guessed, the exact thing in the title. Dreamer's magic system. I'm just gonna get this out there. This is not scripted. I have notes, I guess, partly scripted. I don't know, but this part is not. I hope you enjoy rambling, because you're going to be hearing a lot of it. In Dreamers, cryptid is more or less just an umbrella term used to describe any living creature with mana flowing through their bodies. But what is mana, you ask? I'm sure you've never heard of it before. Just kidding, you definitely have. Well, I don't want to assume. I'm sorry, that's offensive. Mana, or mana, I don't know how to pronounce it. Mana is basically the raw and unused form of magic. Magic being what mana becomes when formed into a specific spell. Or used elsehow. Take a shot every time I say mana. Just kidding, you'll die. Please don't do that. Mana on its own sort of acts like energy. When a cryptid is low, they can begin to experience symptoms of anemia. Fun! Anemia symptoms usually occur when under 50% of mana. Though low mana on its own isn't deadly, and is more inconvenient like catching a cold, it can temporarily cause a weaker immune system and difficulty taking care of oneself due to lack of strength. And in the same way some people naturally have faster metabolism than others, some cryptids naturally have more mana than others. Mana regenerates over time and some cryptids regenerate it faster. If a cryptid is low and in need of mana fast, they can eat mana herbs to restore a little bit and quickly. Please don't notice my stutter. I like to think of magic as a sort of language. Admittedly, the magic system in Dreamers is rather hard to explain, because that's sort of a big plot point with it. The language someone speaks as their, is it native language, first language, primary language? Hopefully you know what I mean. Highly depends on who they're surrounded with as they grow up. Of course though, excuse me, dying there. Some families are bilingual and their children can grow up to be bilingual too. No, I know it's not that simple. Sometimes, I don't know, parents whose first language, for example, isn't English, but they can speak English, their children's like main language may be English. It's never this or that. It can be complicated. But yeah, this is just an example for the magic system. The point I was trying to make, if I can even remember the point I was trying to make, is for elves and other cryptids, magic is the language that more or less comes first to them. But of course, sometimes they don't always get a complete grasp of it, and it doesn't become their primary language. Are you seeing the connection, the metaphor? Because I don't know if I am. This might suck. Moving on. Despite the title not being magic systems, plural, I am thinking maybe Dreamers does actually have multiple different types of magic systems. Perhaps there's a glyph system, chanting system, maybe a potion system. As I said, I think I said, this is all a big work in progress, a bunch of concepts, blah blah blah, yeah. Spellbooks and tutors for mages are in fact a thing, but they're only really usable by elves and other cryptids. Trying to explain magic to a human is next to impossible. And in classic human fashion, they fear what they do not understand, and they therefore attack what they fear. Many laws for magic have been put in place in pretty much all over the world, restricting its use, who can use it, when they can use it, how they can use it, and pretty much everything you can think of. That was one of my puppies, don't mind her. In schools, magic is straight up banned, including simple levitation magic. Some teachers, though, agree this is a bit stupid, and let elves get away with it anyway. I've also been thinking of a potential dark magic system. I've been thinking about how it can differentiate this word on the screen. from typical magic. I've also been thinking why someone would choose to dabble in dark magic. What are the pros and cons, and more or less just what it makes, what. No hablo inglés. What makes it dark magic? I have spells in mind, the way certain creatures can use magic in a certain way that others can't use, and all sorts of ideas and fun things in my head. But I'm not going to be putting it all in this video because this video will be too long, and then it won't be exciting for dreamers. Okay, bye. Poo poo pee pee.